Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me again for another edition of COVID Quarantine Pilates. I'm your host, Saxony. We're going to start off with some eye exercises. If you didn't see the last video post, I had talked about how eye exercises are important to improve motivation and also to improve decision making because of the direct link of the eyes where they're located to the frontal lobe. So, fingers are about a little past ear width apart, and then bring them out so that you can see both of them and you're not seeing like more than two fingers. You're gonna relax everything, keep your head still, and jump your eyes from one finger to the other in like a 1-2 count. So 1, 2, and then switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. Counting in your head or out loud is absolutely fine. Either way. Because you're quarantined, you can talk to yourself. Now you're going to start moving one hand or one finger away from you and continue that 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now move your other finger away. And again, just try to challenge that eyes jumping from one finger, 1, 2, to the other finger, 1, 2. And then slowly start to bring that first finger back in, continuing in that 1, 2. Trying to really focus in on just moving the eyes. Your head will move occasionally, your shoulders will raise because you're focusing, but be aware of that and then correct. And then focus back in on the eyes. And then move your other finger in. 1, 2. Let's do that up and down now. 1, 2, top, and then 1, 2, bottom. Hold for 2 counts, and then switch. And switch. And switch. Now start moving the top finger up and continue 1, 2, 1, 2. And move the bottom one down too to challenge you a little more. 1, 2, 1, 2. Really find that fingernail and focus right in on that before you switch. That 1, 2 count will allow you to find it and focus, then switch. And move your top finger back down. If you notice your eyes are starting to tear up or get really dry, go ahead and blink or shake it out if they're tearing up. If you start to feel any dizziness, go ahead and shake it out. That was a good exercise. Go ahead and shake it out. If you feel any kind of dizziness right now, go ahead and focus in on just an object in front of you and take some deep breaths. We're going to do one more eye exercise, and then we're going to really focus in on the back lateral breathing next. But take a moment, get your eyes back to center, and then we'll move to finger again, left or right, doesn't matter. We're going to circle our finger around our head while again letting our eyes move only. All right, ready for this. About a foot away. And then go down, out, and around. Keeping the finger just in that space where you don't start inching away from your finger, trying to keep that neutral spine and everything else relaxed. Let's switch directions. One more here. Again, if you start feeling dizzy or any unusual sensation in your eyes, stop doing it and find something to center your eyes on and take some deep breaths. Now we're going to go ahead and work on our back lateral breathing. So you can sit or stand during this. One hand on top, one hand on the belly. So the one on top is right below the chest area on that xiphoid process, it's called, the end of the sternum, right here. And let's take some deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth, like you're fogging up a mirror. Inhale, sniff, and exhale, fog up the mirror. Hands are here trying to focus on pushing the breath in the rib cage and not in the stomach or in the chest, in the front of the body. So sniff, and you should feel an opening in the back of the ribs. And exhale. Keep breathing. I'll just give you a visual because I like to do that. So your ribs, imagine your ribs are like this. This is the front, this is the back. So you're inhaling and opening up the back. You will have some movement in the front because your respiratory diaphragm is there. And then exhale, compressing the ribs and bringing out the ribs. Compression might have not been the right word, but keep lengthening through your spine. Inhale, open up the back of the ribs and the sides of the ribs, and exhale, wring the air out of the lungs. Draw the ribs towards each other. Maybe that's a little better. A few more here. Increasing lung capacity. Exercising our intercostal muscles. And increasing oxygenation through the body. And on the exhale, increasing the exhalation and the releasing of the toxins, the carbon dioxide. Again, very good breath. So we are going to stand up. Feet are in parallel, trying to keep the core solid. Ribs are funneling in towards the pelvis. Inhale. Bring your arms up so that you're kind of giving like a big bear hug. Kind of imagine maybe air hugs that we're going to be giving. Maybe in a few months we'll be able to give air hugs. And bring it back down. The sensation you want to feel here, along with your core being engaged, is as you lift your arms up, your shoulders, the shoulder blades, shoulder area, this area is pressing down. So we're isolating the arms up as we keep the trunk, the shoulders are part of our trunk, down. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Everything should feel nice, solid, planted. You're lengthening up the back of the spine through the back of the head. As you lift your arms up, shoulders press down. Oppositional movement, that is key in Pilates. Last one. Remember to keep your knees kind of relaxed. We're going to go into heel raises. So lifting the heels up and bringing them back down. Again, as you press into the balls of the feet down, you're lengthening up. And your feet are staying parallel. If you need to, go ahead and hang on to a wall for balance. We really want to feel this in the backs of the legs. You're going to feel this a lot in the calves. And then we're trying to focus in on keeping this solid and stable as we lift up. So nothing changes here. Or the key is to try to not let anything change there. It does take practice. Exhale, lift the heels. Inhale, down. Exhale. Inhale, down. And exhale. One more time here. Exhale, lift. And inhale, down. We're going to switch the position of the feet and do the same thing, heel raises. Fix my mat here. So you're going to turn your toes, knees, and hips are turned out. Do not force this. Just kind of go into a comfortable position where your knees are in line with the second toes. If you are only here, you're absolutely fine. You don't have to turn out too much to feel this. And now we're going to work a different part of the calf muscles here. So there's different fibers that we're getting to with the different positions of our feet. And you may notice that as you perform these, because we're going to do one other foot position here, that one might feel easier to do than the other. If you notice that, do the ones that don't feel as easy, because then you're working and re-educating the muscle fibers that are weak. Inhale and exhale, lengthen up. Inhale, down. In this position, you might feel like your butt wants to tighten up, squeeze together. That is absolutely perfectly fine with me, because I love any exercises that emphasize the glutes or the buttock muscles. And in this foot position, it's a little more tricky. You will, because the hips are rotated outward, those glutes kind of automatically engage. And if you want more to feel in the glutes, you can by all means do so, squeezing the glutes as you lift up. Exhale and inhale. Go ahead and shake it out again. The last foot position is called a pigeon toe, or feet, toes together, knees together. This is a little more challenging, I think, for majority of us, unless you know that yourself, that you like to, when you walk, your body prefers to be in more of an internally rotated hip position. So, keeping everything lengthened, in this foot position, you're going to feel like you're going to want to go downhill skiing. So really keep this here. Again, unless you know that you walk in this way, or while you're doing this, you feel like, oh, this is way easier than the other two positions. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, same rules apply. Heels lift up, and the toes press down equally. So trying to get your feet planted, the balls of the feet planted as you lift up. Exhale and inhale down. Exhale. Inhale. Two more here. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Shake it out. All right. We're going to practice a little more. So now that we have this kind of solid base that we're warming up these muscles here, we're going to practice standing on one leg. Again, grab a wall if you need to practice. You can hold on, lift your leg, and then practice balancing here. And notice what the movement in the other foot, the foot that's stabilizing, is doing. So just let's practice here, holding here. You can bring your arms out to help you balance. And then let's switch sides. Let's see, compare sides. So standing on the opposite leg, get your balance first if you need, and then try balancing. These any single leg exercise, even just standing here and trying to maintain your balance, is a beautiful way to help improve your balance throughout the day. When we're little, we play hopscotch, we jump, we hop. We do a lot of single leg activities, but as we get older, we do not. So if you already know that you need to hang on to the wall, keep doing so. We're gonna now do a little more. If you want to challenge your balance more and you're ready, we're gonna do a little more single leg work, but now it's about strengthening and mobilizing. So if you need to focus more on that aspect, go ahead and hold on to the wall. Lengthening through the spine, inhale, exhale, activate your core, then lift one leg up, and now we're just gonna do one of my favorites, ankle circles, 6 times in one direction, and then 6 times in the other direction, letting that foot flop down towards the mat or the floor, and then trying to maintain your balance. You should feel this area activating as you keep lengthening through the spine. And then switch sides. Anchor first, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop abdominal muscles, then lift the leg. Feet flop and ankle circles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and reverse. Try not to lock out the knee. That can cause some knee pain and discomfort. Keep the knees soft but strong. And last one. Sweet. Good job. Now we're going to go into some hip abduction. Same thing. Planting the foot down, anchoring here, and then we're going to lift the leg and lower. We're going to do 8 of these. Again, you may notice that you need to hang on. I might have to. Exhale. Inhale. Foot is parallel. Toes pointing towards the opposite wall. And my other foot is just going mad. Going mad meaning it's working. The intrinsic muscles in the feet are working here. And it's not so much about this leg. I mean, you should feel it right here. But this leg is working so hard to stabilize here and prevent you from falling. And then switch sides. Shake it out. Plant the foot down. Plant the leg down. Engage your core. And then lift and lower. Following with the concept of doing single leg work that will help immensely in improving your balance and decreasing your risk of falls. We're also working these muscles. Right here, the gluteus medius and the gluteus maximus. Not so much in this foot position. This is gluteus medius more. And then shake it out. That helps stabilize your pelvis, that really support the lower extremities. If this is strong, we have less pain in our legs, less pain in our knees, because we're lifting up here and supporting the rest of our legs. We're gonna do one more single leg exercise, and then we're including the top half of our body with this. So the bottom half of the body is gonna go like this. So you want to engage your core first before lifting the leg up, so that you turn off or tone down the hip flexors and make it more of your core doing the work here. And then notice, as you do this, try not to change your pelvic alignment. So you do not have to lift your legs up too high at all. If you just lift even the heel up, you may find that that is enough for you to feel your core while maintaining your pelvic alignment. The more you practice this, the higher up you're going to be able to go with keeping that pelvic alignment. So you're disassociating the hip movement from your pelvis. So important in treating low back pain and instability in your spine. So that's the bottom half. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. All right, shake that up. The top half of your body is, you're gonna rotate from your sternum. So rotating here. So everything follows, ribs rotate. And then rotate. If you can imagine the dolls that just have twist from the waist, you're kind of imagining that you are that doll. You're just rotating the top half on the bottom half. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. You should feel your obliques working as you're doing this crossing over movement. So that's the top half of the body. Now we're going to put both of those together. So let's slow it down for 2, and then we'll speed it up a little bit. But you can by all means keep it at the level that you can while maintaining concentration, maintaining your length through your spine, and activating your core. So let's lift the left leg, and then we're going to rotate towards the left. The side that the leg is lifting on is the side that we rotate towards. And your arms kind of just go in this shaving off the outer femur bone type of deal here. So let's do that one more time, nice and slow. Left leg lifts, core is engaged, rotating from the sternum. And I think once we speed it up, it'll get a little bit easier. But again, this nice slow movement is great for maintaining balance and getting all the right mechanics. Let's do 4 more on each side. Exhale, inhale, lengthen. Exhale. We are halfway there, folks. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Shake it out again. Shake it, shake it. One last exercise in standing we're going to do. And fix my mat. We're going to do some squatting. So, again, squatting is not knees bent. Thinking in that terms, we're thinking of sticking the butt out and hinging from our hips to take the pressure off the knees And again, bringing it back towards the stability in the pelvis, those muscles that help stabilize the pelvis. So imagine you are going to sit into a chair, and then you're going to come back up. Inhale, your arms can go out to counterbalance. So arms are going out, butt is lengthening the opposite direction, and coming back up. Inhale, go to sit. Exhale, press into the heels to activate the glutes a little more. Inhale, exhale. Try to ensure that your knees are staying in a parallel line from each other. Let's do 5 more here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, hinging from your hips. Maintaining a solid and lengthened trunk. Last 2. And last one here. Beautifully done. Let's stretch it out. You're going to come to hands and knees. Place your hands above the head, and then you're going to sit back into a child's pose. If you can, sit all the way back onto your heels. If you can't, that is absolutely fine. If you're here, that is okay. You can take a pillow and put it here. It should be a comfortable stretch. If this is not, you can stand and then let your arms drape on a couch, the back of the couch or something like that. Take an inhale and exhale, let it go. Let's bring both arms to the right, opening up the right side of the ribs. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale. Open up the ribs on the right side and exhale. Nice. Go ahead and switch over to the opening up the left ribs. Inhale. Feel a nice stretch through here. And exhale. Wring the air out of the lungs. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Coming back to this position, you're going to plop your elbows down like this. So elbows are in line with your shoulders. And then you're going to press the elbows down towards your feet to activate the back of the armpit and the lat muscles, this V-shaped muscle here. So let's hold here for 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Let's do that one more time. We're going to really concentrate on tucking your chin so that your eyes are gazing in between the palms of the hand, and your stomach is in nice and tight. Let's go again. Lengthening through the spine, stomach in and up, pubic bone may be pointing down towards the floor a little more. And again, let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go, resting down. Bring your forehead down to the floor. That really helps in lengthening the back of your neck when you imagine that your head or your forehead is planted down. We're going to bring the arms to our side, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Everything else should stay nice and relaxed, except for, you guessed it, your core. You're gonna tilt your pelvis in towards the floor. Pubic bone is down so that your core is lifting up. Keeping everything here, you're gonna rotate your palms down towards the floor and then rotate them back up towards the ceiling. As you are doing this, keep that core engaged. You should start to feel muscles in the backs of the arms. You know, our bat wings? Those muscles, the triceps. This is a really nice, effective way of getting those, targeting those without our weights that we have at the gym. Keep those shoulders away from your ears, isolating the humerus bone in the shoulder socket, kind of like imagining you're just twisting the humerus. And then go ahead and relax. We're going to do a little bit more intense exercise, but you should be feeling that right through here. Every time I do this, takes maybe like 3 times, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, I feel that. So one more version of this, a little more intense. If that was already too much, you're good. Do the same thing. We're going to do 8 reps of this. You're going to lengthen up now. Again, keep your core in, pubic bone pointing down towards the floor. Ribs are knit, so none of this action. So you're just lifting the head up, chest up a little bit, lengthening through the spine, and then rotate. 8, 7, exhale, inhale. Halfway there, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And nice job. Let's stretch it back again. You will feel a little bit of a stretch through here when you do this. Let's take 3 deep breaths in this position. Really trying to relax everything here. Release all that tension. So let's first tense up. You're going to bring your shoulders up towards your ears. Feel all that tension, and then inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Wasn't that nice? Keep your head down. So if you're in this position, none of this. Try to drop your head, the top of your head down, so you relax this area that gets so tight when we're stressed out. And then roll on up. We're just going to stretch out our the backs of our legs from the work that we did earlier, the standing work, and then we'll be done for today. So crossing your left ankle over your right knee. Here is absolutely fine if you feel it. If you need more of a stretch on that left outside of the thigh, bring your right leg up, keeping everything nice and aligned. You want to make sure that you still have that house for your mouse back here, but not overarching. I know, it's complicated. So many things to think about. So stop thinking and just breathe and feel a stretch. All of those little reminders I give you are just if you're ready for more. If you're not, don't get bogged down by all of my explanations. And then bring the leg down. Let's switch sides. Right ankle crosses over to the left knee. And breathe. Feeling a stretch through here. And you may feel a stretch in a little different area. Depends on where you are tightest in this line that we're stretching. That's absolutely fine as long as it feels like a stretch and is not uncomfortable to you. And then bring this leg down. We're going to bring the left leg up, stomach in nice and tight. Just lengthen the leg straight up wherever you are to get a stretch in the hamstrings without flattening out the back. So some of us will be right up here, some of us will be here, and some of us will be down here. Doesn't matter where you are. Just should be feeling a stretch back here. You can also grab a hold of your the back of your leg if you need more support. And then bend your knee in towards you. Don't worry about the space in the small of the back now. It can go. And then exhale, lift the heel towards the ceiling. Oh gosh, I'm shaking. So don't think about anything else really about the foot or this exercise. Just think about as you straighten the leg, lift your heel towards the ceiling. You should now be feeling it all the way down the leg. Again, wherever you're at. I need this, I'm shaking. I don't know if you can see that with my patterned tapestry here, but one more time. Inhale and exhale. Press that heel up towards the ceiling. The backs of my legs are quite tight today and mad at me, so they are appreciating this stretch. And then bring it back down. Last one for today. Bring your right leg up. And first, just straighten out the leg no matter where you are. Here is fine. Grab a hold of your leg if you need to for more support and feel the stretch back in the hamstrings. Another cool thing about stretching the legs in this position is that we rarely put our feet up like this. And this helps improve circulation, gets the toxins, the old blood that is in our feet and the leg area to come up and back into circulation. So it's just a nice way to offload some of that area. I mean, it's very, very good for people who stand on their feet all day long. Now bend your knee. And then think of lengthening the heel up towards the ceiling. Let's see if my other leg will shake. Not as bad, but it is. So any chance that you get throughout the day, even to just prop your legs up against the wall and lay like this, is nice to get some of that pressure, relieve some of the tension that we put on our feet on a daily basis. And bend, and then straight. Heel towards the ceiling. And then roll on up. Thank you so much for joining me yet again on another Thursday. I've lost track of how many Thursdays it's been, but I really appreciate you showing up, and I love that you've joined me because not only did you help me exercise, but I helped you. Thank you very much.